If Gold Coast wins, you will be on our list. What, you got a list? How dare you? That's plagiarism. I would never copy this. This is completely original. I would never get this off something else. I made this is all my own idea. How dare you copy my idea? Definitely my idea. Making your own list. How dare he? Also, I tipped St. Kilda to take a risk, because up to this point, I tipped basically all favourites, and I thought to myself, I gotta take a risk, let me put it on St. Kilda. They're playing at Marvel, against a side that lost to Richmond at Marvel, maybe there's a chance. It had nothing to do with what I thought of the game, I just thought to myself, let me tip St. Kilda for a bit of fun. Okay? Listen to the context sometimes, mate. I'm gonna see maybe this weekend, this movie. I hope you enjoyed it, mate. Here we go. The final comment of the day. AFL round 11 tips, and I haven't made any predictions up until now. Just haven't had the time to write them out properly. Excuses, excuses, excuses. You see Dynamic Pool writing so much. To be fair, Dynamic Pool has wrote a lot of nonsense. So, to be fair, you got to think a lot to write a good comment. So, you know what? I'm starting to understand a little bit. But still, excuses. But I will try to do so more regularly. So that made sense. I tried to look for a mistake. That's Dynamic Pool's fault. His comments made me rethink about reading things nowadays. Geelong vs Western Bulldogs. Geelong. Good start. Good start. I was really struggling to pick a winner for this, but I've gone for Geelong only because it's for the Bailey Smith Cup. It'll be within a couple of goals, I think. Couple of goals. Just about, you know. Obviously, Western Bulldogs missed a lot of shots as well. Game could have gone either way. A very good game, one of the games of the season. Unfortunately, Geelong won. Hopefully that's not too much of a theme for the rest of the season. Dream time at the G. Essendon versus Richmond. Essendon early because Richmond are a bottom four side. That's the teams Essendon can beat at the moment. They won't win by much, but I think they'll win. Not bad. It was pretty close as well for 3 quarters until Essendon ran away last quarter. But good analysis. You know, he's done well twice. That's good. He's 2 for 2. Carlton versus GWS. I love how he threw up when he said Carlton. I understand. GWS. We could be onto a banker here. Ben is not even. He's not even touched the list. He's not even been close to touching the list. Can he keep this up? I think they'll bounce back against Carlton. I know it's at Marvel, but I have this feeling that the Orange team will want to take revenge for losing to Fremantle last week. Yeah, you would definitely feel awful about yourself after losing to Fremantle. Yeah, you got to recover from that. I'm looking at you, poor Adelaide. So, you know what? Not bad. Not bad at all. Hawthorn! How dare you throw up at the sight of my team? You're lucky. You're lucky Hawthorn lost, because I'm a bit more pissed at Hawthorn at the moment, and Arsenal, and just my teams in general. So, because Hawthorn lost, I let you off. But if Hawthorn beat Brisbane, I would have been all over this. But I shall resist. The urge is rising in me. But I will not do it. I have self-control. Hawks. Oh, you tipped the Hawks. After what I just said, I will let you off. Had to think about this, just reckoned that with a longer break, the Hawks will be a bit fresher. Wrong. And Brisbane seemed to be in a little slump. Well, they were until they played us. But I let you off. North Melbourne versus Collingwood. North Melbourne. Wait. I was so close. I was so close. Wait a minute. Hell no. Collingwood all day, man. I should have known from a Collingwood fan this would happen. I'm not like Ethan, tipping against my own team. Whoa! Hoo-hoo-hoo-hoo-hoo. Shots fired! Shots fired! Bombs dropped! Nukes launched! This guy has fired shots at Ethan! How will Ethan respond? We'll find out in the comments. Ethan, how'd you respond to this? He has drawn first blood. He has declared war. How will you respond on the New Zealander? We'll find out. Plus, there's a banana skin game, given how much Collingwood had to come back by just to win by 1 point last season. Hoping it's more than 5-goal win. Yeah, it was. It wasn't. North were almost leading at 3/4 time. They weren't, but they almost did. They missed their kick. But Collingwood destroyed them last quarter, so I'm sure you enjoyed the last quarter more than the rest of the game, because the rest of the game was quite a struggle. But fair enough. Fraud Mantle. Whoops, I meant Fremantle. Nah, you meant Fraud Mantle. Versus Port Adelaide. Fremantle. Nice. They are decent at home. Plus, with the injuries Port have, I think Frere will be good enough to win. Watch me get this one horribly wrong. Well, you didn't, so fair enough. Still not on the list. The only one who got it wrong so far is Hawthorn. Adelaide versus West Coast. Adelaide. I mean, that was an easy tip to make anyway, but still, you know, doing well, doing well. Yes, the Eagles had a really good win, but Adelaide are super strong and won't let the Eagles have a chance to win. Good analysis. Good analysis. Melbourne versus Sydney. Melbourne, with how the Swans are going, I think the D's will get the job done. They won't be matching around, but D's within 2 goals. Okay, so the last bit, not so much, but once again, a good tip. St Kilda versus Gold Coast Suns. Gold Coast. Gold Coast. So he got everything right except Hawthorn. That's crazy. I have read, this might be the record for the longest comment I've read through without putting someone on the list. I think that's a record. I think we've set a new record. Someone called Guinness, because that's crazy. Gold Coast, if the Suns lose this one, I won't tip them away from home for the rest of the season. The only chance Gold Coast have for me this season. Plus the Saints are middle of the road side right now. Also, who has the better style of tipping, me or Darix Poole? Well, based on this, you mate. Based on this, I have not had a massive headache after reading that, because there's a few Gara discrepancies here and there, but overall, nice and easy to read, concise, paragraphed very well. Well, kind of, but you know, it's paragraphed all right, you know. Meanwhile, Dynamic Pool makes a spelling error every 2 words, and he makes the worst predictions as well on top of that. You have got 8 out of 9, and barely any grammar errors, and no spelling errors. So, yes, I prefer yours. Easily. And just for that, Dynamic Pool just made the list for the 2nd time. Dynamic Pool, how do you feel that you're on the list the same amount of times as Ross Lyon, Hawthorn, and Avery Speedy Dragon, huh? You're on the list the same amount of times as a guy who calls himself Avery Speedy Dragon. He's a dragon on speed and his name is Avery. And you're on the list as many times as him. And Ross Lyon. And Hawthorn. That's you. But somehow all of you have less than Coxie. Today's number 1 stupid idiots for this week, so rounds 1 to 10 was Dynamic Pool, but this new fresh list, round 11, the stupid idiots of the week is Coxie. Joint 2nd, Ross Lyon, Dynamic Pool, Hawthorn, and Avery Speedy Dragon. Ah, I've made an error. You're actually all 3rd. You're all 3rd. Coxie is 2nd. Number 1 is Carlo with 7. Always Carlo. Carlo's always on that list. It's truly unbelievable. There you go. That's today's Stupid Idiots for the week. What's that, like 2-3 episodes? We're making a streak.
You just made the list! 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 You just made the list!